I was born in western Pennsylvania, actually in Pittsburgh in a hospital there, but about 28 miles southwest of it in a little town out there, a coal mining town. And I'd lived there up through the 4th grade, and everybody there is so close-knit, and everybody just knows everybody. Then we moved to Akron for 2 years for 5th and 6th grade, and then on to the Toledo area. And I went to a nice high school up in the Toledo area, Perrysburg, outside Toledo, and graduated from there. I spent 2 years in the Navy during the Vietnam time, and when I got out of there, I went to college on the GI Bill, and got a bachelor's degree from Defiance College up in the Toledo area, and then later on, I got a master's degree at the University of Michigan. The first job that I had then from college, I got interviewed at the college. I took a teaching job up in Michigan, and I was up there for 5 years, and always wanted to go into computers. So that's what I did, and then I went into computer work for about 15 years. And then after that, bought a newsstand restaurant down in Bryan, Ohio, and was there for about 15 years before I retired. Just checking to see if you're all ready. I'll be picking you up in about 20 minutes. I closed the newsstand, and we ran out of parking. We had no parking. The library took over the entire city parking lot, and that's where most of the customers parked. So we really didn't have the volume to keep anything in business after that. I'd had it for about 15 years. I also was suffering from some depression at the time, but didn't recognize it. My mother had passed away a couple years before that, and I really do think that's probably what brought it on. And so I was having a lot of trouble accomplishing things, and got an apartment in the Canton area, up in North Canton, and spent about a year or two on that. But with the depression and stuff too, I was just working a part-time job, and I ended up losing that at the time because of the depression, and ended up in the shelter. So I ended up homeless and in the shelter. And I don't think this is 8th yet. Yes, it is. Okay. You sometimes stick little named streets in between them here.
It was clear he was not used to being in this type of situation and this type of environment. He was more quiet and kind of stayed in the background, but, you know, as he was here, it was clear that, you know, he was super responsible, he was caring, he was looking out for everybody around him. And when Chuck was here was really the first time we ever let people stay inside during the day. And then he was kind of on site in case something went sideways. So he just had that responsibility to him. He was going above and beyond to help guys that he knew needed kind of extra attention. And back then, that was 17 years ago, people stayed for a year regularly because there wasn't kind of as robust of a housing assistance program in our community as there is now.
I also realized that I'd been placed in a place exactly what I needed. I was in a homeless shelter that was very Christian-like. I looked forward to that because I thought, this is where maybe I'm going to be able to accomplish some stuff there. I had all the time in the world to get right with God again, and I thought I want to do it right this time. So yeah, I was there quite a while, but I used all that time to get right in my life. The shelter freed me up and allowed me to do a lot of that, and found me a place, etc. Most of the stuff I did just as I got out of the shelter and after the shelter was just take the ice cream down to begin with. After about 2 years, I picked up a car and decided that I could be using it to help some of the guys. I really say that what I do is I look for people that are falling through the cracks. You do have some that have medical conditions or mental conditions, and they have nobody looking after them, and they live in a place where they can't even get near a bus, you know, so it's hard to ever do an appointment. It's hard to get anything they need at the time and things like that. And that started about 3 years probably after I got out of the shelter. When I got the car, I gradually picked up from there, and after about 2 years, it was pretty much full-time.
You know, I'm limited on my cash and stuff because I don't get a lot of money, but the help they do is definitely helping me survive, that's for sure. I thank him all the time. I mean, he's kind of stubborn because I tried to get him to, you know, take a little bit of gas money and stuff at times. He won't. Try to get him to let me buy him dinner or something once in a while to show my appreciation. He won't. He just. But other than the fact of being stubborn, he's, man, I don't know where I'd be actually.
So, for your dedication to Refuge of Hope Ministries for these past 15 years, and all the scoops of ice cream that equates to, we are honored to add your name to our most special bench.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you, Chuck.
Okay, I appreciate that. I really do. Well, the people that need the help that I do work with, they need you to come alongside them like that. And they need the support. It can't be just a one-time thing on stuff like that. A lot of them need that person there with them, and they need the help more than once on stuff. So, yeah, I make sure that I have the time for them. Satisfied would be the word. I don't pat myself on the back for it. I don't think I'm really doing anything that I wouldn't hope everybody else would be doing. It's from Matthew 25, you know, what you do for these other people that are in prison, or what you do for people that are homeless or other things, you do for me. And know that over the next few years, I'm going to slow down more and more. And so I have to be prepared for that. But as long as I'm feeling good and able to get around, I will do as much as I physically can. And just continue with it. I don't have any plans on ever quitting on it.